Welcome to EDU World Space.
So in this question, what we are required to do is that we are required to solve problem 10.82 using the maximum shear stress theory, right? So let's start with the solution. The solution is very simple, right? It's very easy. So as you can see that according to the figure of the problem, we are given that sigma sub x is equal to 20 ksi, sigma sub y is equal to negative 12 ksi, and sub xy is equal to 18 ksi, right? So what we're going to do over here is that we are going to use the equation 10.27, right? And this describes the maximum shear stress theory. So for that, it means that we need to find the principal, the principal stresses, right? So that we can find the correct form. And for that, we are going to use equation 9.5, right? So let's start with the calculations. Now, first of all, we would be finding sigma sub 1. And equation for sigma sub 1 is sigma sub x plus sigma sub y divided by 2 plus under root sigma sub x negative sigma sub y whole square divided by 2 plus sigma sub, sorry, um, tor sub xy square, right? Now you have the values for this variable, and this variable, right? So just plug them in. I'm not going to plug them in because I just wrote them above. You can simply plug them in. That is a very simple step. So I'm going to skip it over here, and I'm just going to write the calculated value of sigma sub 1, and for this case that is equal to 28.0832, and that is approximately equal to 28.08 ksi, right? Now similarly, just we found the value of sigma sub 1, we would be repeating the same step for sigma sub 2. So sigma sub 2 is excuse me, sigma sub x positive sigma sub y divided by 2, negative sign in the middle, under root, parenthesis start, sigma sub x, negative sigma sub y, parenthesis close, divided by 2, whole square, plus star sub xy whole square, right? Again, you have all the values, just plug them in and you'll get that sigma sub 2 is equal to negative 20.0832, and that is approximately equal to negative 20.08 ksi, right? Now since we can see that these principal stresses, right, they are opposite in sign. Sigma sub 1 is positive and sigma sub 2 is negative, right? So it means that the correct form of the equation 10.27, it would be sigma sub y is equal to absolute value of the difference of sigma sub 1 and sigma sub 2, right? So sigma sub y is equal to 28.08 negative 20.08, right? So this negative becomes positive, right? So sigma sub y is equal to 48.16 ksi, right? Now since this new found value this 48.16 KSI is less than 50 KSI. So it means that the material fails, right? It means that the material fails, right? The material fails according to the maximum shear stress theory, right? And this concludes our answer. So, as the material is failing, so it means that there is no factor of safety, right? So, this whole is your answer.